Good morning. Thanks for joining me at Coffee with Corey. Some of you may have noticed on my social media this week that we are in sunny Florida. The picture of the clear blue sky and the sunshine is a little different than the waves crashing on the shore this morning and the cool breeze. So hopefully you can hear me over all of that. But I told myself I was gonna give another opportunity to do Coffee with Corey down at the ocean after the last time I was foiled in that attempt. So for one, it's probably just a good idea for me to just keep my shirt on. Number two, it's cold and windy. So here we are again. We're giving it another go, and it's kind of interesting because we celebrated Valentine's Day this week, and at the end of Valentine's Day, Jossie and I went down to the beach and watched the sunset over the Gulf, and it was amazing. Just a lot of fun, celebrating times like that with the one that you love. It's special. And I made a note I made a comment to Jossie as we're sitting there watching the sun go down with hundreds of other people, that there sure are a lot more people watching the sun go down than there are gathered here with me this morning that are going to watch the sun come up. Now granted, it's still a few hours away, so maybe there'll be a few more people that show up to watch the sunrise, but I will tell you, I've been doing it all week and there's generally not very many people watching the sunrise. But I get a kick out of it, and as some of you may have also noticed, I did make a post earlier this week talking about the hope of every new day as the sun rises. It's a powerful thing, and as long as I still have the opportunity to do it, I'll be doing it every morning. The item that I really wanted to touch on this week is about celebrating the habits that lead to success. I saw a quote from Kobe Bryant a few weeks ago that dealt with that. He was talking about developing a mindset and a mentality that just day after day that you are focused on your habits, and then those habits are what lead to the successes that you get to enjoy. And it's just a daily thing. It's a way of life. And I saw a post this week from one of my good friends that I actually referenced a few weeks ago, Tim Alex. He made a post about his son Blake and the long day that he had, all of the extracurricular activities that he's involved in outside of school, and just how he ground through that day and without complaining, and just knowing that's what he does and that's what he enjoys doing. And I think a lot of times as parents, we get a little too focused on posting about, my child made the honor roll, or my child made this many three-pointers in his basketball game, or she did this at her band concert, which all of those things are important. It's important to celebrate successes, but especially when you are having those interactions and training moments with your kids, I think it's really, really critical that you focus on the habits that lead to those successes, because of course those are going to be the things that push your kids forward in later life. And I just had that conversation with Pierce again the other morning. We were chatting about something, and clearly something that he was not very fond of and didn't necessarily want to do. And my point to him was, Pierce, it's not about this. It's not about this moment. It's about the grind. It's about learning how to grind, learning how to develop those habits day in, day out, doing the things that are going to lead you to bigger success in the years to come. And hopefully he's not upset that I relayed that here on Coffee with Corey, but those are the kind of conversations that I think they're important to have. So, and I appreciate you having them with me. And hopefully you haven't seen me shivering here at all, but it is chilly. So I'm gonna get mobile again and start cruising down the beach in preparation for the sun to come up. And so hopefully I can get a little bit of blood flowing again. So thanks again for joining me. I'll be back at Tavern 88 next week, and I hope you'll join me then for Coffee with Kory.